the city of Cottonwood has found a loophole and have bought up all the water rights and all the wells around and in Cottonwood. Cottonwood purchased the well in our neighborhood, and upon purchasing the well with the tank and everything in the area, they've also raised our rates close to 75%.
When we started with Cottonwood, we went to their meetings and everything. We also formed a small group from Monte and Verde Santa Fe over there that we went around and picketed the water department, the city council. We stood on street corners and everything else with signs. And still, when we went in there, we had no say.
I'm a retired engineer. I live in Turnberry Estates on Verde Santa Fe Parkway. And I'm pretty much disgusted with what's going on with our water rates. And there's no real pipeline for credible increases in rates. They just tell us they need more money. But on the other hand, I understand there's a large increase in salaries. We had sufficient water and sufficient quality water before, and we're getting the same water that we did before. There's no reason for an increase of that magnitude. To say that the people that moved here in the valley, in Verde Santa Fe, did it are retirees for the most part, and they have limited income, no available means to increase that income. And it appears to me that this is just gouging retirees. I don't think it's fair to them. I don't think we have any representation as far as the water authority is in that we're serviced by.
Our water rate went, just for the water, not counting wastewater, I don't have the numbers for that. Our water went from $39 a month to $80. We're two people. We're very conservative. My wife does all of her washing and those kind of things at off-peak times and rates, but it's just two people, and it went from $39 to $80. Our neighbor across the street, who now put his house on the market, his is $108, and he's moving out of state. We've had 6 homes in our phase 1 in the last few months sell. Almost all of them were because of issues with Cottonwood. They're afraid that someday we're going to be part of this Cottonwood complex and have no say about it, and they're selling their homes while they can. They told us the reason our rates were going up 67% instead of the city's 30%, they had to pump it further. I never understood that, because if it's coming out of our established wells and tanks, there ain't no pumping further in the equation. They never said what they were pumping. They just said the reason your rates are going up was we have to pump water further. What didn't make sense to me is our tanks are right in our backyards. Well, it's impacted several ways. Our water bill went from $39 to $80. We live on Social Security and disability only. We have no other savings or income. We have people in this community who are already using food and medication money to pay water bills. We had our water cut off. We had paid the bill. My wife mailed it. Come to find out later, it was sitting on a desk for 7 days in the water department office. I went down there. I was very upset. Those people are rude and argumentative, and they turn off the microphone. If they don't want to hear the person talking, they have a little switch. They can turn it off, and they don't even hear what the customer's saying. But we owed them $40, and we were like 3 days away from our Social Security check. We asked them if they could hold off till we got it, and they said no. They shut our water off. So to get the $40 bill turned back on, it cost us like $160. We should be a self-sustained community. They should not be owning our water, and those tanks were built to sustain these communities. Somebody put a lot of thought into that. Now we have no control over it.
It's not acceptable, and now they're wanting to raise it again. Well, like so many of us, we live on an income and a retirement income, and we can't afford this. And I don't know why Cottonwood insists on raising our waters, even though they keep saying they have to pipe it further. That can't possibly be a true statement. I mean, they might think it is, but we certainly don't, because we have a well right here. I just wish that someone would step up and help us in the Yavapai County to help us have some laws that Cottonwood just can't walk over us like they're walking over us. It's unacceptable, and we have to fight it. And we wish that the people would step up and fight as well.